problems to develop correctly the program. According to the stories, we had to do some kind of movements, but we will not present it to you today because we still work on it. And we use an interactive timeline. Each movement is linked directly to a key, and we have to put the key one after another, and we will make the entire story animated as well. And the point is, as you can see, now has to still in the same place, because if he start to walk, he can fall literally. So
if you want, we can take a bit of time to make the demonstration.
Okay. Sure. You want to see the demo?
Hello, what is your name?
Matthew. Matthew. Matthew.
That is a nice name. My name is Toyotas. I like to tell jokes, but I can be more serious as well. Why did the melon jump into the lake? It wanted to be a watermelon. Now I will tell you a story about Oliver. He knows how to surf in his thoughts through different situations. That was a good choice. Now I will tell you a story how Oliver is using the storage of happy memories.
Once upon a time there was a boy called Oliver. Oliver was otherwise an ordinary boy, but he has learned a very special skill. It was like a magic skill, which he named thought surfing. Always when Oliver feels happiness, he puts these feelings to the special storage in his mind. He puts all the laughter and joyful feelings which makes him laugh or to make him smile and happy. Sometimes, if he feels fearful or sad, Oliver surfs to his happiness storage and takes some joyful memory. Oliver has learned that it is important that you can trust that you do not have to worry, even if you are sometimes sad or scared.
Now I am telling you another joke. This makes me always laugh. What creature is smarter than a talking parrot? A spelling bee. Nice that you listened to the story about Oliver with me. Now I would like to hear from you what makes you happy.
There is a couple more stories, but we don't have time.
Yeah, we can watch them later.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Now I would like to ask you, what is the internal representative, to give some feedback. What do you think?
From the start, we were excited that you were so excited about this thing, and all through the project, you were in contact with us, so we were kind of always knowing what's going on, and you asked for our opinions. And I actually think this is a really great idea, and I'm sure it works with the children. And it's also nice that it's in Finnish and in English, so you can use it. And you really have different kind of aspects in projects like ethics, and you have thought like everything. So I think your project was successful. Yeah. We're happy to have this application to our use.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to add, there has been also discussions of you continuing with thesis work with you, so I think that's also some sort of measurement of success in your team. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. So I was also happy that you have taken into very many things into account, but still stick to the plan, like not too much anywhere. But I was like noticing that you first were talking about using this in fear situation and that kind of things, whereas the actual service could have been just like what you've done in the kindergarten, like teaching the children how to deal with their emotions and what kind of feelings. Yeah.
During the project, they tell that they maybe want to use also to tell the story about the PTSD things or friends stuff or something. So every story can influence.
Yeah, and that's like, now I can see that that's like, this is the tool and you have the service, which is like having discussions with kids, and then you need the professional to help them to identify their feelings and that kind of things, or whatever the thing is that you are teaching for them. So I think it's very scalable thing that you can only imagine like what the concept would be. So very good work, and it was nice to hear also very clearly where you had like challenges with like recognition of different pictures and using those voice things and so on. So I was very glad that you like tackled those challenges and find a way to operate with the robots. Thank you very much.
Okay, I can take both words. So I think it was you had done a really great job, and there was maybe a couple of things I was thinking, like as a service design point of view, was maybe the beginning that you didn't reach the end users. I guess you just discussed with your clients and brainstormed with the team, so that's something that you could add. And then also like in the technical point of view, because I guess these robots are quite expensive, so did you do any research to make it like to use other technologies to, because that it's I think that you don't need the robot to execute this kind of stuff. That expensive robot, you can use quite much cheaper technology. So did you explore these options?
Not during this concept.
And this was part of the assignment.
Yeah, I know.
This is a task.
Yeah, I know, but it's maybe that's something. But I think that you presented really well what you did and all this stuff. So really kind of professional project.
Yeah, and I also actually you can also do this like voting now.
Yeah.
You haven't
Yeah.
started yet,
Yeah.
but I was also like really inspired by especially by the ethics part, which are like really like good learning. I think for everybody about this like topic, and that's kind of good part of this like learning process, or also for in perusturva, because the idea was to like explore this like robotics, and this is good material for them also. So it's good to have it visible, and also like how you have been like tackling this problem with the picture recognition by these square codes, and like focusing that stuff more and more, and still having this like MVP idea of like how we can do this with like how we can tackle this problem with the like voice also. We had used the like external resource in the radio station, so that was like really good stuff.
Invented good ways of using those resources also outside your team.
It would be like really interesting to see some video out of the like observation how this like really works with the kids, or cause now you always have to like imagine it.
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting part of the whole presentation, when you were saying what happened when the person was showing the story. Very well executed project, and nice presentation. Even almost fantastic with the timing, so very well done. One more question for all of you. I will going to ask this from everyone. So what did you learn? What was the main learning outcome that you personally get from this project and this assignment?
I learned for myself that I like robots. Really much. Yeah, yeah. It's really nice because I've never ever dealt with robots, so this is the first time. So, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, me too. The guys, they hate robots. No?
Yeah.
For me, it would be like usually when we are in IT interface, we don't think about the ethics or about like relationship with the client. So this was interesting to see how it's done, even if we didn't need to do this, but to see how it's done.
A very important lesson to learn.
And to me, I'm already in that kind of skills, science, and it was especially to experience about working in the team.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah. You learn something that is important.
And none of us weren't on the field of healthcare,
So your healthcare skills came from us. Well, you succeeded very well. So one more applause. I would also like to give thanks to Perusturva people to giving us this very nice assignment. So thank you. All right. Have you voted? No one had trouble in that. Great. Then we will take the second team, which is, if I remember correctly, the Satasairaala team, wound care stuff.
Joo, se pitääkin vaan maalata. There's like about 20 votes now, so just be sure to like submit the answer. It doesn't like go live if you don't press the like submit button.
Ryan, sorry, we are switching computers.
Whoever talks first.
Okay, hello everybody. First, I can introduce our team. My name is Minna, and I was acted like a project manager and also responded to contacts with client and interviews. Anders is our coder, and Anna and Sara have been responsible to writing, and Jukka is our learning designer. We all, of course, develop ideas together, but we have that special skills and responsibilities. Okay, Vesa from Satasairaala was streaming wound care game for professionals, and then Anu get the idea, and then we take the challenge. The treatment chronic wounds Finland's cost about 100 million euros per year. Crown wound treatment requires longevity and commitment to treatment. Treatment relationships are often very, very long. However, among healthcare professionals, wound care expertise is variable, and that's why training of healthcare workers is a key factor. First we made some interviews and background research, and then we develop ideas. We came up with ideas and create a demo, and Anders made them far as possible.
Okay, after interviews we define our learning goals. Of course it's important to know what are we aiming to, and we find 5 different goals. Healthcare workers, they have to know how to monitor wounds and understand what factors require action. They have to can identify different types of wounds, and they have to be familiar with wound care equipments, and they have to also use this, and they have to know what is right time to treat wound. Is it once a day or once a week or something between? And one goal is when they have to know when it's necessary to consult doctor. And the problem was lack of knowledge and competence to treat wounds, and our solution is game, learning game. And maybe you know that gamification is one of trend in learning area now. If you write to Google learning trends, you will find a list, and gamification is one of trends. I'm quite certain. Here is some elements of gamification we included our game. Many games has a story, and our game story presents a typical situation and patient for each wound. This is like authentic learning. Games also has tasks. They activate players, and here our player care wounds. Of course, we have points. Points give feedback to player. You can earn or lose points. And of course, we have goal, making the right care decision for a wound improved. And now we have demo. Yes.
So I turned their ideas into a real demo and took it as far as I could in this time. Here are some pictures of the game, but instead of pictures we have the full game here. This game is in Finnish because, like most of the people who are in our target group speak Finnish in their job, so why would make it in English or any other language? So in the products page. We have a list of all sorts of wound caring products. I don't know what most of these are, but
I hope all of those who are playing knows what they
yeah,
are.
I really hope so
so.
too. And all of the pictures are in use with the permission from the manufacturers and so on. So on those. Then in the instructions we have a little bit instructions. There's a lot of empty space because there was supposed to be a lot more text in here, but that's pretty much most of all it is. Settings we don't have yet, and in the when you play, you basically this is like one story of a wound, like from the worst to the best, and you can select any stage that you want. I could have made them so that you have to complete the first one to get the next one, but I thought it would be easier to demo, like if you can choose just whichever you want. Let's pick the. Do you want to play the game actually? First, here is a little story of what has happened and what's the backstory of the wound. Then you OK that box, and then you have a picture of the wound and 4 different categories of things that you have to go through. First is hygiene. What was the right things? I only read your instructions, I didn't learn. Maybe a knife, scissors, cutter. Is this correct? Mostly. This was actually hard because this is so dependent on what is the exact type of the wound. So it's like around. And when you OK, like you have completed all this, chosen, then you click OK. This could also say confirm or something else. And then you can have like how much you got right.
Almost already.
We thought that the minimum points for completion was would be like 14, so I didn't quite pass. And then here you can actually read the right answers for each, so you can actually learn them while you go through the game, through the pages. You click back and to the beginning and choose the next one and so on. Blah blah blah. There's actually a little logic error that you can always get some points because you are not supposed to pick some of the answers. I didn't address that yet, but so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep.
Yes, I think in gaming world the possibilities are endless. So here are a few of the future visions. Like to add a nutrition section, like.
Yeah, well, there is a lot the nutrition can do for a wound. For example, sufficient calorie intake, enough protein, vitamins, all that has to be taken care of the wound to heal. So that would be a really good addition to this.
And the importance of blood sugar control and the effects of other diseases also.
Yeah, because the diseases, they affect a lot to these wounds and their healing. For example, asthma disease that clogs the arteries, and the blood doesn't circulate very well, and diabetes, and the blood sugar levels should be controlled as such. So
We listed few others and like gradually changing wound image and the timing to find the right answer. You could put the clock next to it or
you can complete.
Yeah, you can complete with others or yourself. So, and the scoring could be more complicated if those learns when you answer and you can add measure the cost effectiveness when you use certain projects or products what are expensive or cheap.
Yeah, and many times those dressings are unnecessarily changed because there is not enough information how often to change them, so that costs a lot.
And then you can measure the patient satisfaction and
How painful it was, yeah.
these are huge. The list will go on.
Joo. Okay.
Okay.
We plan to ask after demo with our colleagues how they like that game or would they use it or something like that. We haven't do that.
But you have your chances. Vesa was asking if you would like to